This is computer-generated chess problem 01218 by Chesthetica. White has got a rook, a bishop, knight and pawn against black's rook and two pawns. Let's take a look at the analysis. Okay, so there are a number of ways to win in this position, but we're only interested in the fastest or most efficient way, and that is rook to h5. Now what if here pawn captures knight? Well then bishop to d3 check. If king to h8, rook captures h6 mate. So rook to g6, king to f7, black promotes to any piece, bishop captures g6 check, king to h8, and then rook captures h6 mate. So capturing the knight is pointless. What about promoting to a queen? Well, that loses even faster because knight to g4, discovered check, king to g6, bishop to f7, mate. Notice how the rook is defended by the bishop through the king using the X-ray maneuver. So black might try rook to f2 check. Here white plays knight to f5, creating a discovered check on the king and simultaneously intervening between the black rook and the white king. A cross check. Black moves to g6, white plays bishop to f7 check, king to f6, and here white plays the quiet move, and it's not immediately obvious, knight captures g7. If white makes a mistake in this position, the mate could take considerably longer, maybe around 15 moves or more. So knight captures g7, and here it doesn't matter what black plays, the white king is well protected. There's no point promoting because if black promotes, white simply plays knight to e8, mate. And what if black plays rook to e2, preventing knight to e8? Well then, rook to f5, mate. So there's no way black can guard the f5 and e8 square at the same time. That was the power of knight captures g7. Let's take a look at the main line again. Rook to h5, rook to f2 check, king to f5, cross check, king to g6, bishop to f7 check, with the X-ray defense on the rook, king to f6, knight captures g7, this quiet but very powerful capturing move, and whatever black plays, white can win with knight to e8 or even rook to f5 mate. You know what, I think I'll show you another interesting variation before concluding this. After rook to h5, what if rook to g5? Well then here, white shouldn't capture the rook because after king captures knight, this game is essentially drawn. So white plays bishop to d3, check, black blocks with g6. White plays the quiet rook to h4, black promotes, but it doesn't matter. Here white could play knight to g4, discovered check, or even knight to f7, discovered check. And after rook to h5, rook captures h5, mate. Notice how the pawn on g6 is pinned. It's important in this position for white not to play knight to f5 because then the bishop will be blocked and the pawn on g6 will be unpinned. And after rook to h5, rook captures h5, g can capture h5, and the mate is going to take longer. So that's just an additional variation to this position. Rather dynamic and fairly impressive given that a computer composed it autonomously. Thanks for watching.